Last winter, 78-year-old Eleanor slipped on her icy driveway while reaching for the morning mail. She wasn't seriously hurt, at least not at first. But what happened next nearly cost her life. For 40 long minutes, she lay unable to move, her body frozen, her mind racing. When help finally arrived, her temperature had dropped below 95 degrees. Yet what struck doctors most wasn't the cold, or even the fall itself. It was what Eleanor said afterward. "I wanted to move, but my body stopped listening." In this episode, two longevity specialists, one from Cleveland, one from Tokyo, reveal what really happens inside the body in the first 5 minutes after a fall, and the 5 simple steps that can mean the difference between recovery and catastrophe. Every year, more than 1 in 4 adults over 65 experiences a fall. Half of them never fully regain the independence they once had. But here's the surprising truth. Most of the lasting harm doesn't come from the fall itself. It comes from what happens afterward. When you hit the ground, your nervous system doesn't just react, it protects. It triggers a survival mechanism called tonic immobility, the same freeze response seen in animals when they're injured. Your heart rate slows, your blood pressure drops, and your muscles lock tight. It's nature's way of saying stay still. But for an older body, that protective pause can turn dangerous. It can trap you, restrict blood flow, and trigger a spiral of dizziness, confusion, and fear. Imagine this. Your eyes see one thing, your inner ear feels another, and your brain tries to reconcile the chaos. That's what happens when balance and blood pressure shift at the same time. In youth, the body recalibrates in seconds. After 60, it can take minutes. And in those minutes, panic arrives. Breathing shortens, muscles stiffen, oxygen drops. The brain's commands stop reaching the limbs. It's like trying to start a car while the engine's still flooded. That's why the first life-saving step after a fall isn't movement, it's breathing. Studies from the Journal of Geriatric Emergency Medicine show that seniors who practice slow diaphragmatic breathing after simulated falls regained coordination up to 40% faster than those who didn't. The breath, quite literally, turns your body back on. Step 1, the breath reset. Before you move a muscle, inhale gently through your nose, exhale slowly through your mouth. Repeat twice. You're not forcing calm, you're summoning it. Those breaths tell your heart to steady, your brain to refocus, and your muscles to listen again. Think of it as rebooting your nervous system. Once your breathing feels smooth and the panic begins to lift, you can begin what Japanese geriatricians call the stillness check. It's the quiet 2-minute ritual that can prevent a small fall from becoming a serious injury. Step 2, the stillness check. The stillness check begins with awareness, not action. Keep your head exactly where it landed. Don't twist. Don't turn. Close your eyes and notice 3 things: your breathing, your pain, and your orientation. Do you know where you are and what just happened? If you can answer clearly, your brain is functioning properly. That's your first sign of safety. If dizziness or disorientation creeps in, stay down and keep breathing. According to the Journal of the American Geriatric Society, seniors who remain still for at least 90 seconds after a fall reduce secondary injuries by 30%. That short pause gives your circulation time to normalize and your balance system a moment to catch up. Step 3, the micro-movement scan. Once you've completed your stillness check, begin the micro-movement scan. Start with your fingers and toes. Can you move them freely? Do they feel numb or normal? If all seems well, move upward, wrists, ankles, knees. Small, slow motions only. Never roll or twist your torso until you're sure there's no sharp or radiating pain. This gentle scan reactivates your proprioception, the body's internal sense of position, and reboots coordination between brain and limb. Research from Kyoto University shows that mild limb activation immediately after a fall helps regulate blood pressure and prevents fainting, especially in older adults with autonomic instability. Each small movement isn't just physical, it's a signal of recovery, a whisper from your body that says, we can move again. Step 4, the roll and rise method. Now comes the question most seniors fear. How do you get up safely when you're alone? The answer lies in a sequence called the roll and rise method, a movement pattern taught in rehabilitation clinics worldwide. First, bend one knee and roll onto your side, the side that feels least painful. Support your head with your arm as you do. Then pause. Breathe again. From there, push gently until you're resting on your elbow, then your forearm, and finally both hands. Next, bring one leg forward so you're on all fours, hands and knees. This is your power position. It spreads your body weight evenly and protects the spine. In physical therapy, it's known as the safe base. Now slowly crawl toward a stable surface, a chair, bed, or couch. Place both hands on the seat and bring your strongest leg forward, foot flat. Keep your eyes up on the horizon, not the floor. This small detail stabilizes your balance system and reduces dizziness. Finally, press through your front leg and arms until you reach a half-kneeling position. Pause again, breathe, then rise gently to standing, keeping your hands on support. In clinical trials by the National Institute on Aging, seniors trained in this exact method suffered 45% fewer post-fall injuries compared to those who tried to stand up straight away. It's not about speed, it's about rhythm. Breathe, roll, crawl, rise. Step 5, the recovery window. Standing isn't the finish line, it's the halfway mark. The 10 minutes after you rise are called the recovery window, and they're crucial. When you stand, gravity pulls blood toward your legs, often triggering orthostatic hypotension, a sudden drop in blood pressure that can cause fainting or another fall. That's why the first rule is simple. Don't rush. Stay seated or supported for 1 full minute. While you rest, place a hand on your wrist or neck. Feel your pulse, not to count, but to connect. If it's irregular or faint, remain seated until it steadies. If dizziness returns, sit or kneel immediately. A 2022 Harvard review found that doing so within 20 seconds of feeling lightheaded reduces fainting risk by 70%. Then hydrate. Even a few sips of water restore circulation and reduce muscle tremors. Next, restore warmth. If you've been on a cold surface, wrap yourself in a blanket or shawl. Cold muscles tighten and delay recovery. And finally, speak. Describe what happened aloud, to yourself, to a family member, to a neighbor on the phone. Talking keeps the brain alert, prevents post-shock confusion, and reassures both body and mind. You're back in control. If pain, vision changes, or severe bruising appear, call for help. Even minor head injuries can hide internal bleeding. But most importantly, remember stillness, breath, hydration, warmth, and orientation are your safety anchors. For many older adults, the hardest part of recovery isn't physical, it's psychological. Even after the bruises fade, fear remains. Fear of the floor, fear of falling again. That fear tightens the body, shortens the breath, and ironically makes another fall more likely. Neurologically, fear rewires balance. When the mind expects danger, it stiffens muscles, distorts posture, and interrupts the fluid coordination that keeps us upright. It's a cruel cycle, but a reversible one. The cure for fear isn't denial, it's retraining. Start with micro movements of safety. Before you stand, place your hand on a stable surface and shift your weight gently from heel to toe 5 times. This small motion tells your nervous system, movement is safe again. A 2023 study from the Tokyo Institute of Gerontology found that seniors who practiced micro-weight shifts twice a day reduced fall anxiety by 50% within 4 weeks. Confidence isn't a feeling, it's a learned reflex. Next, add 3 simple exercises. The wall glide. Stand with your back to a wall, feet 6 inches forward. Slide down 1 inch, hold 3 seconds, rise slowly. Strengthens thighs and hips. The chair reach. Sit tall, reach one arm forward, then the other. Builds the deep spinal muscles that keep posture strong during everyday movement. The ankle roll. While seated, rotate each ankle 5 times in both directions. It restores proprioception, your inner GPS of balance and position. None of these are workouts. They're reminders, messages to your body that say, we still know how to move. Pair each motion with a thought, my body is stable, my breath is calm. Science calls this neuromuscular anchoring. The mind sets the tone, the muscles follow. Even 5 minutes twice a day rebuilds both balance and confidence. Recovery isn't about perfection, it's about permission, the permission to trust your body again. In Japan, there's a phrase, Anzen no kokoro, the mind of safety. It means living with readiness, not fear. You don't obsess over danger. You prepare for it calmly so that when life surprises you, you respond instead of react. Every breath before you rise, every pause before you move, every moment of awareness before you act, these aren't just safety habits. They're expressions of self-respect. Longevity isn't luck, it's knowledge practiced daily. Aging doesn't erase resilience, it refines it. If you live alone or care for someone who does, remember this rhythm of recovery. Breathe, be still, scan, roll and rise, recover and rebuild. These 5 steps transform fear into freedom.